Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 5. I'm Mark Blaine.
And I'm Keely Van Middendorp. July 25th is a day local law enforcement will never forget. 1 year ago, Kern County Sheriff's Deputy Phillip Campus was shot and killed when responding to a hostage situation in Wasco.
A year later, Campas's name is now engraved in the KCSO Memorial, and his memory lives on. 23 ABC's Brianna Willis joins us live with a look back at his heroism and how the sheriff's office is reflecting on the incident. Brianna.
Mark Keeley, Deputy Phillip Campus died a hero. He was attempting to save a mother and her children when their father was holding them hostage in Wasco. But the situation ended with the suspect dead, 3 victims in their Ramirez family, and Deputy Campus.
How do you measure, a legacy? Can it be measured in a year? And the answer is no.
July 25th, 2021, the Kern County Sheriff's Office, the SWAT team, and CHP responded to Poplar Avenue and 1st Street in Wasco for a domestic violence situation.
10-4, if we can ascertain with the sergeant if we can start SWAT. We have a victim that's shot inside along with our suspect.
When law enforcement arrived, the suspect, Jose Manuel Ramirez, began shooting.
Hey!
Deputies outside the house called out to the suspect in English and Spanish in an attempt for a peaceful surrender. They began closing in, still believing there are people in danger inside, and the suspect began shooting at them. That's when 2 deputies, including Campus, were shot.
He's an officer down behind the car up front. Control him, Officer D2, apron on, officer down.
Not long after the shooting, Deputy Phillip Campus was pronounced dead at the hospital. Sergeant Dustin Contreras, who worked with Deputy Campus, reflecting on when they laid Campus to rest.
Unfortunately, as the honor guard, we have to do funerals for line of duty deaths. And in this case, we had to bury one of our own honor guard members, which was very traumatic for the team. But along the year, ultimately, we know we have to honor him and keep his legacy going.
Contreras saying giving back to his community was important for Campus regardless of the case.
Giving service and giving life during that service is something he knew the risks of, and that we all know the risks of. But he was not only that, he was a son, he was a father to his children, and a husband, and he did that well.
Now, a year later, Sergeant Contreras says Campus's legacy will not be forgotten.
I just want the community to know that he was one of them, and he was one of our best in our agency, and to continue to remember all of our officers that have died in the line of duty.
Now, Deputy Campus's name is added to the memorial of fallen deputies outside of KCSO, and honoring him and his legacy does not end here. We'll have more about Campus's life and how he's been remembered over the past year coming up at 6. In studio, Brianna Willis, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Brianna, thank you very much for that. And other law enforcement agencies are also honoring Deputy Campus. Both Bakersfield Police and the California Highway Patrol posting on social media today. BPD writing in their post, quote, "Today we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters of the Kern County Sheriff's Office to honor and remember the sacrifice of Deputy Phillip Campus. Our hearts go out to Phillip's family and friends. It's hard to believe it has been a year," end quote. CHP of Bakersfield also tweeting out today, writing in their post, quote, "1 year ago, our community lost a hero. We will always remember the sacrifice of Deputy Campus and be steadfast in support of our partners." CHP also including several hashtags such as never forgotten, always honored, and law enforcement family.
And as the community reflects on the loss of Deputy Campus, we wanted to take an in-depth look at the number of law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty so far this year. According to the site known as the Officer Down Memorial page, which tracks data on law enforcement deaths and also raises funds for families of those lost, there has been 145 line of duty deaths nationwide so far this year. That's a decrease of 42% compared to last year, the year Deputy Campus was killed. In California, there were 10 line of duty deaths so far this year, none from Kern County, and most of the officers who died in California this year were killed by gunfire.